Okay, so I want to get Mini Nitro running. I say Mini Nitro, it's an Exceed Blur. And I used to I bought parts for my wife's car thinking they were the right parts, but they're actually for this guy. And I gave them to Chris Copany or something. And now I'm like, I did need those parts in the end, but it's fine. My hubs aren't broken. Bonneville. Sorry. Anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this pipe around how it should be. I'm going to check on the inside of the engine. I want to see if the piston is facing the right way in this guy. Because my friend said he couldn't get it running right. And then I'm wasting my time. Or I might be wasting my time. But working on nitros is never wasted time. So let me think about this. If it goes up and down, the piston's in there right, as long as it stays closed. Okay, so the piston's in there right. So now, can I get the spring off the header, please? These are like itty bitty little springs. Okay. Flip that guy around. That spring's back on. You know what these springs remind me of? They remind me of like the smaller exhaust springs. Which, you know, isn't all that bad. That's the right way now. You know what? Turns over. Let's look down the carb. So that idle gap is like pretty small. Let's see if we can focus a little bit. I don't know. You can really, I don't know if you can really see in there. It's kind of small. I wonder if this light is too much. I don't know where my remote is right now, so it's too bad. So, guess what I need to do? I want to open that idle just a tiny smidge bit. I need a tiny little tuning screwdriver. A moment. Okay, I'm back. These are all tools that need to come back out here anyway. So, this guy, I assume, is the... Oh, you don't know. Yeah. Gotta be the idle up. I opened up that a little bit. Seems to be pretty good. The low and a high speed needle, which is good. Another thing I want to check to make sure is that this fuel pickup tube is in line with the tube on the jet. Or not the jet, but yeah, there's a hole here that should match up with a hole here. And if those aren't lined up, you're not getting fuel. So let's see. Yeah. So they wouldn't have been lined up. It didn't look like it. So there's a hole here on this side and on the other side, and it's on the sides that are curved and not flat. So we need our inlet directly in line. This sits here, so I guess I want it facing forward. So the trick is you want to get it snug and tight enough to where it's not going to come off, but not so much tightening that you strip it. And you should probably be using a wrench for this job, not what I'm using. It's almost lined up. Okay. I'm gonna say that's about as lined up as we can get. We got the filter here. Should be fine for just testing. I might oil it up later. Glow plug check. I'm sure the glow plug's fine. That's an 8. I do my 7 mil. No, I do mean an 8. 8s, yeah, right? 8 mil. These springs are kind of loose. When I think about it, I don't know how well this guy's seating. That's whatever. Should be fine. Okay. I got the glow plug out. That looks okay. It says R3 on it. I think it might be the same as a... Yeah. Looks to be the same as like a standard long plug. Let's see. Does it glow at all? Not in that igniter. Doesn't. The glow is pretty weak. We'll try it. If it doesn't crank up, we'll put the other spark plug I have in it. It may have just had a bad spark plug. You know? Could be a combination of little problems on a tiny nitro. Come on. There we go. Now it's threading. Okay. Guess now I gotta mount it into the chassis, which shouldn't be the biggest problem. We wanna thread the arm through. Not sure which point, but we'll go with the top point for now. And then I gotta get mounting screws for the bottom. I'm not sure what size they were to begin with, but I'm gonna try and put in something that fits, works, whatever. You know what I'm saying. Put the thing in, test it. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's not the same. I don't even know what size fits in here, so I need to figure that out first. And it also looks like there's a spacer in here. Shouldn't be a spacer in there. Yeah. Funny. Okay. Why am I unable to? Oh. Okay. So, do these thread in? They do. We're just gonna use 3 for now, I guess. See how well this all works out. Okay. Got him in there good enough to hold the engine in place. And I would say as far this way as far right or outwards of the chassis seems to be meshing quite fine. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it as far this way as I can. And I'm going to tighten them up. See how that feels, because you can't really go in anymore. This little chassis thing. Yeah. Guess the next step now is to get this tank back on. So there is a... Wait a minute. What is going on here? So we have... all these nipples are threaded in, but this guy... For some reason, there's like a third nipple threaded into the bottom, but that's just like the drain, so I don't know why that's in there. Other than someone just shoved it in there. And I don't think that was Mark's doing. That's really odd. Why would you shove... It appears to be, you know, a fuel inlet into the bottom of, like, the drain. You don't pick fuel up from there. It don't make no sense. So, I don't want to get this mixed up because I can, and I'm stupid like that. Lid goes to the exhaust. I always think I know these things, but you know. Lid goes to the exhaust. This goes to the engine. So that's all fuel lined up in there correctly. Now we just need to put the screws in. Or a screw at least. Need to find. Oh. Bonnie, what you got there? A tiny stick? You're a dork. I don't want to strip this. I think this is right. No. I gotta find the right screws for this, but tank's here. Nitro engine's in. I don't see why this won't start up how it is. So let's see. Put some fuel in her. Prime it. Shush. You are annoying. Bonnie, you're barking in my ears! Why? Why are you barking in my ears, girl? Why? as you can see, Bonnie is very excited about the car running. We went through a couple of break-in tanks, that way the engine's all nice and broken in. And then we are going to try to tune the engine up a little bit slowly. It doesn't go as planned. It's got a lot in the top end still that can be leaned out, which will be next tank. I believe I've killed the throttle servo. I don't know if I can get that to